Welcome back, dear viewers, and I was doing some thinking about my next move in regards to what death battle I should cover next, or if I should get started on that top 10 list I mentioned, and I decided, you know what, fuck it, why don't I just get this out there while I have the opportunity to, since the new death battle hasn't come out yet, and it gives me an opportunity to make a prediction video on schedule, like how it used to be back in the day where my prediction videos always came out before the new death battle episodes, and this could maybe help get things a little bit more back on track. Now, I don't know if this will end up being a quick prediction video or not, we'll see, but I figure I might as well get this out there while I have the chance, and I figured you guys probably have some questions about my thoughts on this one, so let's just get into it. So we have Wiley Coyote versus Tom the Cat. And if I'm being honest, back when I first heard about the new season and I was going through all the episodes in my head, I thought to myself, okay, there is at least 2 or 3 death battles here that have the potential to be not very bad. And one of them, I don't remember if I mentioned this in one of my older videos or not, hopefully I did, but if not, I'll list them here. So the ones that I predict will probably be the least likely to be shit was Asura versus Kratos, because that's been a long-running one that fans have been requesting for years. I'm aware that that one came out. I haven't seen it yet. I'll try to get a video out about that one. And then Wiley Coyote versus Tomcat, because I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, you know what, Wiley Coyote versus Tomcat, that one's actually not that bad. At least it's a Toon Force user versus another Toon Force user. It's not putting Deadpool up against Big Head or something like that, which was a stupid idea. So this one I always thought had the potential to be one of the better episodes, and I still feel that way. I don't think this one really has anything that will be overly offensive or anything like that. Now, the only thing that's tricky about doing Toon Force users is they are difficult, if not nigh impossible, to actually kill, similar to when they brought in characters like Popeye and SpongeBob. You kind of run into the whole problem of, well, how are you going to have these characters, actually die? Because sure, it is technically possible to kill a Toon Force user, but it also depends because not all Toon Force users are necessarily made equal. For example, Family Guy characters might be Toon Force users, but they're not high-level Toon Force users, and they can technically die. Now sure, they'll usually come back the next scene like nothing even happened, but you can at least kill them through conventional means like shooting them in the head. Now obviously, as we know with characters like Wiley Coyote and Tom, you can smash them, slice them up into pieces, shoot a million holes in them, blow them up, and they won't die. Or if they do die, it'll be a situation where their spirit leaves their body for 2 seconds, and then they go right back in. So trying to find a way for one to kill the other is a bit tricky, especially because I highly doubt that death battle is going to have Dip be involved, because even though that was addressed in the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I don't know if Dip is an actual canonical thing that's connected to the world of Toons, or if that's something they made just for that movie, so I don't know. And even if you did get Dip involved, well, that's just going to be a matter of who can use Dip to kill the other first, rather than them killing each other through their own unique abilities and or skill. And in regards to who I think will win this, it's a bit tricky, but I think I'll have to go with Tom the Cat on this, and here's my reasoning for it. I think that what Tom the Cat has shown in terms of fighting ability and feats is more impressive than what we've seen from Wiley Coyote. Not that Wiley Coyote hasn't done impressive things, but Wiley Coyote is more of a thinker kind of type. He's not really more of a hands-on kind of fighter. He is a certified genius, as confirmed in one episode, and his whole thing is trying to get you with all kinds of convoluted traps and Rube Goldberg devices. He's rarely the kind of character that's going to get into a straight-up fight with you. Like, for example, we know Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck will throw down with you if you give them a reason to. Wile E. Coyote, not so much. He's more or less going to try to get you with some kind of convoluted trap that's most likely going to backfire on him. And that's another thing. I feel that Wile E. Coyote may end up taking the intelligence advantage, but even though Wile E. Coyote is a genius, like, his plans and traps usually always end up backfiring on him in some capacity. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on this in the comment section, but as far as my knowledge, Wile E. Coyote has never actually ever defeated the Roadrunner. Meanwhile, Tom's rivalry with Jerry always felt a little bit more balanced than Wile E. Coyote's rivalry with the Roadrunner, because Tom has actually outsmarted and defeated Jerry in some episodes. Now, granted, there have also been some episodes where Jerry has outsmarted and defeated Tom, but that's kind of my point. Tom has actually won against Jerry and other characters like Spike on certain occasions. So we do know that Tom likely will gain the greater combat experience thing, because Tom will actually roll up his sleeves and get into a straight up fist fight with you. He'll use weapons, he'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, Tom might occasionally use a trap here and there, but for the most part, traps is Wile E. Coyote's things, whereas Tom is far more likely to just beat the living crap out of you. And I do think that that will show, because I do see Tom as more of an actual fighter, whereas Wile E. Coyote, not so much. He's more of like a Jigsaw kind of character, or a Clyde Shelton kind of character. He's not going to take you head on. Now, look, I've seen plenty of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Now, I haven't seen every version of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, so maybe there are some versions of Wile E. Coyote where he does get into fights. So don't necessarily at me on that. I'm not saying that Wile E. Coyote never gets into fights with people. I'm just saying that's not usually his style. That's more of Tom's thing. Tom is far more likely to fight you, whereas Wile E. Coyote is going to try to get you with some kind of convoluted trap. And as far as my knowledge, unless there's something I missed, Wile E. Coyote has never actually beaten his rival, whereas Tom has. So I would think, based on this, it is far more likely that Tom will come out victorious, and I do believe that Tom most likely has better stats and more feats than Wile E. Coyote, so I gotta go with Tom the Cat on this one. And once again, I think this will be a fine episode, and if it ends up being hand-drawn, like what they did with the SpongeBob one and the Popeye one, then I think we should be in for a fairly fun treat. Now, will it be as good as Eggman versus Bowser? Maybe, I don't know, but right now that seems to be the bar right now. Is this fight better than Eggman versus Bowser? And I guess we'll see. Because as I'm meditating on it more, I do think that right now that probably is the best episode, so we'll see if this ends up actually rivaling that. And I will say, before I forget, the other episode I predicted would probably be good if it ended up being what I thought it was, and I ended up being right about it, Doomslayer versus Master Chief. Now, I do have to watch that episode, so I don't know if they got it right or not, or if they fucked it up like last time. But those are the three main episodes I predicted would probably be good, is Asura versus Kratos, the rematch episode, if it ended up being what I predicted it ended up being, and Wile E. Coyote versus Tom the Cat. I will admit, I wasn't really sure about Bowser and Eggman. I thought that one could have gone either way, depending on how they handled it. But that's kind of just my quick thoughts on Wile E. Coyote versus Tom the Cat and my prediction. I suspect this will probably be a better episode than others, and I don't really think that it's going to end up being some kind of disaster like Ash or Light Yagami and Columbo. Now, is there a chance Death Battle could fuck this up? Sure, of course there's a chance they could fuck it up. I mean, look at the fucking SpongeBob episode. Like, what the hell was even that? Which I might cover someday. In fact, if you want me to cover one of the other Toon Force battles like Popeye and Saitama, or SpongeBob and Aquaman, let me know. But let me know what you think about Wiley Coyote versus Tom the Cat. Who do you think is going to win? And do you think this will end up being a good episode or not? And I'll see you guys around next time.